Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Film Frenzy. This is the show where we talk about the film that we made last time, which if you missed, you can check it out just up there. Just above Jack, somewhere. Maybe not just above him, over here a bit more.
Over here a bit more. Yeah, but we were trying to make a musical in 12 hours using the word menu and trip.
Yes,
so, without further ado, this is the world premiere of Concussion, the musical.
We're sorry, by the way. Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, I'm alright. I'm at that restaurant you recommended. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, kind of homely. Yeah, a bit like being in somebody's living room. Yeah. I tell you what, I tripped over really badly on the way over here, like proper face planted into the ground. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I was just walking along, tripped on a curb, bam. Proper embarrassing. Yeah, my head's still spinning a little bit, but you know, be fine. Cool. Yeah, alright man. Alright, I'll talk to you later. See ya.
Welcome to our restaurant, we'd love to know what food you want. The specials board is on the wall. Take a pick or have them all.
Hello? Sorry, hi, I've only just sat down. I haven't even got a menu yet. Thank you. Yeah, cheers.
We have chicken, pork, lamb or beef. All these things we have to eat. 3-course meal, just a snack. Have a think, I'll be right back. Macaroni, cannelloni, all made by our chef named Tony. Something sweet, what a treat. Tell me what you'd like to eat.
Yeah, sorry, I will. I've only really just sat down. Can you give me 5? Thanks.
Can I get you a drink? Let me think. How about this wine from Minsk?
Minsk?
Yeah, it's the capital of Belarus. They actually do surprisingly nice wine. It's got some nice floral notes, but a real crisp flavour. I'd actually really recommend it with our fish.
Right. Yeah, sure, whatever.
We have veggie food, lots to choose. Tofu, bean and lentil stew. Can I provide you with sides, garlic bread or loaded chips?
Shouldn't it be fries?
What would it have been? Fries.
Well, because then it would have rained.
But they're chips.
Right. Yeah, I'll have the lasagna, thanks.
Great.
Mate, why on earth did you recommend this place? They're a bunch of weirdos. No, they're singing at me.
Back again,
No,
don't mind
okay,
me
let's sing it
whilst I
again.
give
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna have to
cutlery, a napkin for you to apply. I'll be right back with your pie.
No, I asked for lasagna. Lasagna!
Here you go, sir. 1 lasagna.
Whoa, that was insanely quick. Not a microwavable meal, is it?
Of course not.
At least got it right, I guess. Not gonna do a little song this time?
What do you mean, sir?
Little sing-song.
I'll leave you to enjoy your meal.
This lasagna tastes amazing. It's just what I've been craving. Delicious food like this is rare. It tastes so good, it's just not fair. It makes me want to sing and shout and tell them what it's all about. Come one, come all, you have to try it. Tastes so good, I want to die.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
What? No, I was just singing, that's all. Like you were singing before.
No, you've just been screaming non-stop since you arrived. You're really starting to scare the other guests, so gonna have to ask you to exit the building.
Yeah, no, but my lasagna was so good. Has anyone had the lasagna yet? It's so good.
Sir, you haven't ordered anything. You haven't ordered any food. You've just been going mad for a considerable amount of time. We've called the police for everything, so if you could just please slowly and calmly
I'm going.
exit the building.
Is it this
Thank
way?
you. Yep. Do you want to just watch him?
Oh, my head.
Thank you. Sorry about that, everyone. Really sorry about that. Bit of a lunatic on our hands there. He is correct, though. The lasagna is actually very good. I would recommend it. Pairs lovely with a wine from Minsk. So there we go.
That was Concussion the musical.
What was that really?
I don't know. It was a musical, right?
It was a musical, undeniably a musical.
There was music.
You can't deny that.
You can't.
As much as you try, you...
Thoughts?
You know, I had a lot of fun making it.
Yeah,
I think it's fun. It's a fun film. There are many problems with it.
there
But
are.
it's a film frenzy. What would you expect?
Mm. It's weird because when we were making it, I felt quite good about it. And I think that's just because at the start of the day when we picked that musical, we were like, oh no, this is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And then it actually was, like you say, fun, and like we enjoyed writing the song. We actually made a film, whereas we were probably thinking we weren't going to be able to make anything. And so I think we were just happy with making something at all.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, we're like, yeah, that was good. That's great.
I think the essence of musicals got into our hearts
Yeah.
and warmed
We
our
were just
cockles.
positive about everything. And then I watched it back the next day and I was like,
What did we do?
is this the same film we made yesterday?
But, you know, hey, considering from back before we even picked out musical, I knew we were going to make something pretty crappy. So I think we still did better than my original expectations.
Yeah. Our original expectations when we picked that musical were like a 1. We thought we made an 8. We've actually made a 6.
Yeah,
You know?
maybe 5.5. I
Maybe
don't
5.5.
know.
In film frenzy terms. you
Oh
know what
yeah,
I mean?
of course.
Like,
Yeah.
we had an extra challenge on this one this time where we had to write a song as well. And I think maybe we probably just ended up focusing way too much on the song and not enough on the things around it.
Yeah.
Because we've proven at this point that we can make a film in 12 hours that does make a bit more narrative sense. We've developed time and like the script writing and all those sort of bits. And the one thing we've never really had to do is write music before. And so we really just wanted to focus on seeing if we could do that in the 12 hours as well. But I think because of that, the rest of it kind of ended up getting a bit overlooked.
A little bit late. I just think we thought, as long as we're singing and dancing, who cares? Doesn't matter what we're doing. But really, the kind of acting side of it and maybe just the narrative
the whole
kind
story is a
of
bit...
just fell apart a bit more.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like my character should have been a lot more annoyed and confused.
Like you don't really even seem to acknowledge that there's much music going on. You do in that first bit when you're looking around, but after I start singing, you're just sort of like
you're just annoying.
You're just being annoyed at me being an annoying person as opposed to even acknowledging the fact there's music going on or the fact I'm singing or anything like that.
Exactly. As soon as you started singing, I should have been like, what on earth is going on? Is anyone hearing this guy sing? What is happening here? This is ridiculous. And like laughing about it.
But we didn't focus on that enough. No. We focused too much on... I think one of the problems as well is like, I like the idea that we set up this whole, you have a verse on, you have a verse off of talking, you have a verse of singing, you have a verse of talking. But I think that sort of boxed us into a hole of like, we had to, all of our dialogue needed to be really quick. It needed to be within like 4 bars, and then we needed to move on again. So we didn't really get to develop the dialogue as much as I think we'd have wanted to.
No, like you say, if anything, it was kind of, the dialogue was sort of timed to the song anyway.
Yeah.
So it was, even though it wasn't lyrics and wasn't being sung, it was still just as short as the verses were. I'd also say in an ideal world, if we had loads more time and everything, I would have wanted to make the musical a lot more like of a choreographed piece. Like they normally like whip the chair away and they're now in some kind of like abstract land with like 100 waiters all going by and stuff. I know obviously we couldn't do that, but it did still feel very kind of unrealistic by being so realistic.
I think we were just really limited because we weren't in the actual location. Even if we actually had a real restaurant, you could have me like, I don't know, jump up on a table or just be moving around during the table or bringing out different types of food or anything like that, which wasn't just 2 people standing in the exact same place singing, because that didn't even look like a restaurant, but even, that was the closest we could look. We moved anywhere else, you could see a sofa and a TV and stuff. It didn't really work. And so us not having that location really restricted us to what we were able to do. Yeah. Because, you know, the closest we got as I move into you is like we do the bit about macaroni and then I like bring out a bottle of wine. So we were trying to emulate that idea that we wanted me to be moving around and it be, like you say, this more choreographed piece. But yeah, I don't think we could really pull that off with what we had available.
Isn't it weird? We've done Out of Space. We did that fine. No problem at all. A detective's room. Yeah, easy. Piece of cake.
Restaurant.
A restaurant. Oh, hang on.
That's a challenge.
That's way out of budget for us. We can't manage that.
Well, because I think it's the idea that, like, you know, we just did a white room and a black room for those 2 other things and you can get away with it. But people know what a restaurant looks like. You need to be in a restaurant.
Should have said it in space. Space restaurant. There you go.
Should have. I also feel like we really missed the mark on the whole trip bit, the flashback, that whole stuff. That feels like clunky and messy and like, I don't know, because originally the idea was obviously that we were going to have the scene open with him walking along, he trips over, hits his head, and then it all goes a bit weird. and then he goes into a restaurant. But we're like, you know what would save time if it's just a flashback, so we don't have to find like an exterior to a restaurant. We don't have to have like the sound of all of him falling over. It can be a little less polished in the choreograph him falling over, because it could just feel like weird and hazy and out of focus and stuff. And so that was, I think, a good decision to give us enough time to be able to do everything we wanted to do. But I think it ends up with the film being a bit weird. Like that opening bit is just like, oh yeah, by the way, I fell over.
Yeah, it's
guys,
just a minute.
Wink at camera.
A minute of me giving exposition.
Yeah, it's so clunky. It's so badly done. But like, you know, I think we had to do it with what we had, but it would have been much nicer if it felt a bit more organic.
Yeah.
And like, even if you'd felt fallen over and then you got up and then you just started hearing music in the background or something.
Definitely.
And then like people, like obviously not that we can ever use any other people, but two people walk past you and they just happen to be singing and you just think they're singing. And like, it grows on you a bit more as you go forward.
Make it a bit more obvious as well exactly what's happening. Like, I'm not entirely sure we linked, he bangs his head, so now he's hearing music, and then also when we cut out of it at the end, I'm not entirely sure it's super clear what we were going for there either.
I agree, and I actually can't work out what it is about that cut out of that final bit when we go back to reality.
I think there's just not enough of a stark difference. It would need to have been like blacked out room with perfect spotlight on me. The table would have like moved out the way and everything, and I'm just there in like a new costume maybe because I'm all like musical man now.
Yeah.
And then it suddenly like cuts back into just real drab reality.
Yeah, like you said, I think they just because like I would have loved to do that as well. Do more with the lighting because we kind of tried to very, very poorly in like the last 10 minutes of the night try and emulate that sort of spotlight thing by just adding a bit of shadows and stuff. We were aware it looked a bit rubbish. But we were just trying to show the idea of what we would like to have achieved is as you go into musical mode, the lighting changes. Because I think that's what normally happens. It goes from looking normal to suddenly, like you say, there's back-end dancers walking around.
It's more like you're on a stage now than in a real place.
And I think that's one of the things that just generally felt a bit, well, we missed the mark on musical is it doesn't visually look like a musical. It just looks pretty flat. But I don't even really know how to achieve a musical look.
Neither do I.
Because I do think this is the genre where we were most out of our comfort zone
big time.
as well. And I think it does kind of show. It's because we don't know enough about the genre to know how to parody it as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's what I mean. I feel quite mixed on this because I like the concept we have and I think that we did some stuff that was kind of cool, but I just feel like everything just misses the mark.
Yeah, it doesn't all gel together in the right kind of way. I'd say I really enjoyed the lyrics to the song.
Yeah, but I even think that gets covered up in the film. I almost think we maybe did the song slightly too quick, and I don't think you really get to hear the lyrics. So I actually think, I agree. That is the thing I think that's most successful is him singing about the menu.
But then we say, pause the video now, go back and quickly check out, re-listen to some of the lyrics if you can, because
I think we did all right. Fun. Yeah, like, I think, and that's what I mean. I think we spent a lot of our time putting the effort into that. And I think so that's why it is the strongest part, and that meant everything else fell by the by. But when we were singing and playing it, when we were practicing and writing it, I liked it more than in the actual final piece. I don't think you really get to hear it properly. And I don't know, there's just, again, something that's missing.
Just something missing, but, one thing I would say that I really enjoyed was the lasagna.
Yeah? Was that?
That's it.
That's all you got?
That's my point.
The only good bit of this.
That's my pro column.
You got to eat some food. Okay. I enjoyed wearing a bow tie. There we go. That's mine.
There we go. Lasagnas and bow ties. Something good came out of this whole thing. Lasagnas and bow ties. But there we go. I don't think we've got any more excuses.
For why that one was a little bit rubbish.
Kind of terrible.
Hey, maybe you liked it. Maybe you loved it. Maybe you thought it was the best one ever.
Absolutely. Let us know what you thought down in the comments. If you liked it, let us know what you thought we could have done better. Let us know that as well. Be very interested to hear those.
Yep, but thank you very much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that sort of stuff. And also a huge thank you to our patrons. Your support is very much appreciated.
It is.
And which we'll see you next time.
See ya.